day 2 here at Rally Sweden. It was another cold day. As you can tell, I'm feeling the chill a little bit this evening. It was minus 27 this morning, round about, well, a positively tropical minus 21 just now. It did present a few issues out there today, but what did it give us? The incredible cold temperatures. It gave us unbelievable conditions, particularly for the first pass this morning. The sky was clear, the trees were hanging with snow, and the ice base was thick and it was grippy. What we have to start with is that battle at the front. Don't forget, the last of our Rally 1 cars into that opening stage this morning was our leader. And the leader at the time, Takamoto Katsuta. He had a slender lead over Elvin Evans. That rapidly changed. Evans overhauled Katsuta in the opening stage. He was over 7 seconds quicker than Katsuta. And that continued through this morning's loop of stages. Evans was exactly as he's been all weekend. He was neat and he was tidy and he was fast enough, more than fast enough out there. But, at the end of that third stage this morning, we thought, something's not right with Taka. Couldn't quite put our finger on it. He looked very dejected, a little bit despondent. Well, we caught up with him this evening and he told us he'd lost studs in one tyre. Very, very strange indeed. Difficult to deal with, knocking his ability to effectively push that car through those corners, through those high-speed sections, and that is where Takamoto lost his time this morning. Gotta say, he was better this afternoon. He has limited the damage a little bit this afternoon, and we go into Super Sunday with a gap between Evans in first and Takamoto Katsuta. Still a relatively slender 13.3 seconds.
Yeah, solid enough day. I was a bit disappointed with the afternoon. I run out of tyres a little bit again. It was much harder on tyres than what we expected. I think it's just because it's so cold. As soon as it gets down to any of that frozen gravel, it's very hard on the tyre. So yeah, we're still here. It's been a clean enough afternoon, but obviously tough day ahead tomorrow.
Is there anything you could have done about the tyres to look after them any better, to get any more out of them?
Yeah, but it's also easy to give time away doing that, So you have to go with your feeling and see what happens.
Did you find out what the cause of this morning's lack of confidence was?
Not lack of the confidence, lack of the grip. Basically, that's they are now trying to find out. Obviously, something wrong on one tire and some studs are gone. I don't know why.
Just with one tyre?
Yeah, I don't know.
So on one part of the car, obviously, and this afternoon, everything was better because the times looked better?
Yeah, 4 tires was okay. 2 tires are not good.
You don't seem particularly happy, Taka. That's not like you. You're a little bit annoyed, a little bit.
Of course, it's annoying because you're pushing on the limit every time and every single corner and taking risk, and then losing time like this is not very good.
But we were watching that battle at the front, but on top of that, it was our other 2 Toyotas that we were watching very closely, Sami Päiri and Oliver Solberg. Solberg had a difficult day yesterday, he really did. He was opening the road, he was messy. I think we have to say that. He was untidy. Did he overdrive? Maybe a little bit, but he was off the road, he was in snowbanks. It was difficult for Solberg opening the road yesterday, but he didn't perhaps make the most of it. I personally thought that Solberg would come out this morning, a more even road condition in terms of his relative to the boys at the top of the field. I thought he would absolutely, make inroads into at least Sami Päiri's time. That wasn't the case. He did manage to get past the 2 Hyundais in the first stage. Remember, he started 6th, moved up to 4th at the end of the opening stage this morning. But then, he wasn't able to make any inroads whatsoever into Sami Päiri's lead. Päiri is very, very comfortable in 3rd place. His lead over Oliver Solberg at the end of the day is 33.3 seconds. All the 3s for Sami Päiri. He had a great day. I honestly think, are we saying, maybe overstating it to say it was one of Päiri's best days in a Rally 1 car? I think it was. I really think it was. His times were great. He won 2 stages. He looked comfortable in the car. He pushed things a little bit today, and it paid off. He didn't look messy. He didn't make any mistakes. He didn't look to be overdriving that car. He pushed it Just a little bit. It was enough to win those stages. It was enough to increase his lead over Oliver Solberg. It was enough to solidify his position in third place.
It was really a good afternoon, especially 2 stage wins. I've been really enjoying the drive. Still no any mistakes. So pretty good feeling. In the morning, yeah, Taka had some little difficulties, so I managed to catch him quite much. But then on the afternoon, even I was stepping up my game slightly, but Taka did also a big step, so didn't catch him anymore that much. But still, the game is on for tomorrow.
When you say stepping up your game, what are you actually doing? What does that involve to find that extra little bit of pace?
Just grab it.
I have to say the biggest talking point among the DirtFish crew and the club DirtFish members was this a penalty or not? You know, I went for the ball, didn't I? How can it possibly be a penalty? Well, if you want to see exactly what was going on, why was I in a snowy field with lots of rally fans kicking a football around and perhaps kicking a few rally fans? You've got to come to Club DirtFish. That whole video, 15 minutes of joy, 15 minutes of fun, 15 minutes of silliness, and a big debate, penalty or no penalty. Club DirtFish. It's the kind of extra content that you're going to get from every rally. Come and join us, Club DirtFish on Patreon. Just Google it, come and join us. It's a fantastic place to enjoy rallying, to find out an awful lot more about what goes on, and to occasionally have a little bit of silliness. Turn round, let me see your top, turn round. Oh, he's got the right top on.
It's the same.
And yours, my friend, what have we got? Oh, on the front, yes, and on the back? Yes, all good today, all good.
Lyra selv.
Ja, ja.
Skjønner du? Vi skal brenne den.
Yeah, have a look. It's Oliver Solberg sweatshirts, but the back, they got the wrong picture. They didn't realise it's Leo Rossell on the back.
They said they're going to burn them now.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor's friend. As they head off past Toyota, they've had a look at Hyundai, so I think it's time that we had a look at Hyundai. Yesterday was desperate. It really was. They really struggled. All of their drivers struggling. Thierry Neuville, who is normally the most positive of drivers, is always very reluctant to criticise the team or the car. He basically said, it's the worst period I have ever had in my career. Well, today was a better day. It was a better day. Who is the leading Hyundai then at the end of Saturday? Well, it's Esa-Pekka Lappi. Lappi has got better and better and better in that car. You know, he's not that far away from Oliver Solberg, but Solberg isn't Lappi's target. Lappi's target really is just to continually feel more comfortable, learn the car, and perhaps find a little bit more pace out there. He did it beautifully. Gotta say, that team, Esa-Pekka Lappi, Eni Maltinen, they are an absolute joy. We're loving seeing Eni back. And, you know, there was a great line at the end of one of the stages from Esa-Pekka Lappi. There was a huge smile as they came through the flying finish from Eni, and Esa-Pekka was asked about that, and he went, she's just a bit weird. She loves the fast stuff. She absolutely loves the fast stuff. So, yeah, I love seeing them, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I just need to put the competitiveness a bit on the side and try to enjoy. There was really, afternoon started to be a bit better, and we are not really far from the fastest times. So it's getting better and better, step by step.
7th place, it is at Thierry Neuville. Positives from today? Yeah, he won a stage. That's a positive. And it was a little bit better today than it was yesterday. But, you know, we talked to Jari-Matti Latvala at the end of the day, and he said that the Toyota team are surprised by how far behind Hyundai are here. They knew Hyundai would struggle in Monte Carlo. They thought they'd have a much closer fight here. It hasn't been a close fight here. A 1, 2, 3, 4 for Toyota, a 5, 6, 7 for Hyundai. Not what they were looking for. Let's move on then, shall we, to the M Sport drivers. John Armstrong, let's start with him. Martin Sesks did win a stage, but I think the standout driver for M Sport today was, without any question, John Armstrong. The more I see of this young man, the more I like the look of him. Look at his times, in particular from this afternoon. They found something, a setup that really suits his driving. He was mixing it up with the Hyundais. He was 6th fastest in one stage, and he was very close to the Hyundais and close to Oliver Solberg in just about all of the stages this afternoon. Armstrong continues to impress with his attitude, his performance, his willingness to learn, and right now his discipline. Let's see if he can keep that going tomorrow. Sunday, he let himself down a little bit on the Sunday in Monte Carlo, but Armstrong for me was the standout driver for M Sport today.
We made a bit of a setup change in the midday service to go a bit more the direction of where Martin's was in the morning. He was a little bit softer on roll bars mainly, so yeah, it seemed to be a good direction for just being able to carry more speed. Okay, you have a bit more sliding, but it's actually really important on these fast stages to come with a lot of speed and a lot of angle, and then be able to have the grip to keep it going. So yeah, it was a really nice afternoon and quite consistent to the gap to the front guys, but always getting a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's really cool to see that we're not too far away, so we'll just keep chipping away at it now.
Josh McAlane, not a bad day. Not a bad day. He had a few issues this afternoon with those incredible laser lights, and his laser lights intermittently working. I can't imagine the feeling, 180, 190 kilometers an hour between the trees and snowbanks, and your lights go out. The world goes dark. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that feeling? And it was really on and off for most of the afternoon. So fair credit to Josh for dealing with that. Sesks opening the road this morning made the most of the advantage. The ice out there this morning was incredible, and Sesks, he just went out and he enjoyed himself, setting a fastest time out there this morning and some really decent times. It was a little bit of a struggle opening the road this afternoon because, as we saw yesterday, the conditions got very, very messy. Well, yesterday, WRC 2 was a great battle to watch. It really was remarkably close. The star driver yesterday, Roppa Korhonen, he led overnight from the returning Teemu Sunanen. You know, Korhonen is driving at a very high standard right now. We know how good Sunanen is. 10 seconds to make up, it was always going to be a bit of a big ask. At the end of the day, in fact, Roppa has extended his lead over Teemu Sunanen. Sunanen has been good, there's no question about that. 16 seconds is the difference, though, going into the final day between Roppa Korhonen and Teemu Sunanen. Quick word for Romet Jørgensen. He was doing okay out there. Pushing on, unfortunately, this afternoon. I think it was the opening stage of the afternoon. 2 corners from the end, went off, put the car into a tree and did some damage to the car. The crew are both absolutely fine, but that car quite badly damaged. My standout driver for the day, it's my man Taylor Gill. I think he has been quite magnificent out there again today. Mixing times with the Finns. You consider his lack of experience on this surface. This car brand new to him. Rally 2 cars brand new to him, and he's doing a wonderful job. The best of the rest, the fastest of the non-Finns out there this weekend. Taylor Gill is for sure one to watch. So there we are, folks. The end of day 2. We have one more day to go here. Once again, we are expecting very, very cold temperatures overnight. It was a fabulous final day here last year. Who can forget that wonderful battle between Elvin and Takamoto? Might we expect the same again tomorrow? I think we can, folks. Thank you for joining us at our end of day 2 review here at DirtFish. We'll see you all again for the final review tomorrow.